All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Community Cooking with the Co-op. I'm Paul Addis. I'm a librarian at the Coos Bay Public Library. And for this program, we partner with Coos Head Food Co-op. Over at the co-op in their kitchen, we have Tim Bolster, their outreach coordinator. And we have my coworker, Gene, who's come back to make his infamous black bean burgers. We had to postpone these since what, the winter, Gene?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
He was going to make these a while back, and we had a snow day, so we had to postpone one of his recipes till now. So I'm excited to bring back the black bean smash burger because I've had the opportunity to taste them, and they are amazing. And we are recording this. We take out your names, but not the video. We love it if you leave the your cameras on, but we understand if you don't want to. And please feel free to respectfully unmute or throw questions in the chat, and I will feed them to Gene and Tim over at the co-op. Does anybody have any questions before we get started? I know a number of you just logged on. You can start preheating your ovens at 350 degrees if you're cooking along, and start rinsing your black beans. All right, Gene, it's all yours.
Hi, everyone. So what we're going to do is get a pan with whatever you want to use to make sure it doesn't stick through. We're going to add the beans after they've been rinsed over to one side. Try to make sure they're flat so they're not like steaming and cooking each other too much.
So quick question. So we're using parchment paper.
Yeah.
If they don't have parchment paper, do they need some kind of layer, or should they oil their pan?
You can oil your pan if you want to. I'd recommend using something to cover it because it makes it easier to just kind of scoop out and just kind of throw into your bowl. Because after we cook it up for a little bit, we're going to throw it in a bowl, add seasonings, reintroduce liquids to the beans so they absorb better. And yeah.
So I feel like I want to show, can we get the aerial view maybe? We've got our beans. Where's the camera? Right here.
Nice.
Kind of sitting together, becoming friendly with each other.
And then we're going to add
some corn.
And I'm just going to jump in really quick because a couple people just logged on. If you're cooking along tonight, start preheating your oven at 350 and rinse your beans so you can put them on the pan like this.
All right.
And then from there, we're going to toss them in the oven for a few minutes.
Cool.
All right. So then toss your beans and your corn in the oven.
And so this is to kind of dry it out a little bit.
This is to dry it out, to cook the corn a little bit. By drying the black beans out, you're going to be able to get more flavor into it. It's kind of the similar process you use like with tofu. You want to dry it out so it can absorb more flavor.
Right.
Because the goal is for it to absorb a lot of the chipotle pepper flavoring and like the seasonings and a bit of oil so it crisps up even more.
Do we need a timer for this?
Yes.
It cooks best.
We go by the co-op timer on this one.
Timer for like 3 minutes.
Okay.
And then check on it after 3.
Okay, so we set a timer for about 3 minutes. You can set it too, but we've got ours going.
Yeah.
So
we'll let you know when the co-op timer goes off.
So while we wait for that, we're going to go ahead and start peeling the sweet potatoes. You can also use regular potatoes if you want to, but I think sweet potatoes really complement like the boldness of black bean burgers with the sweet.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know, what is it going to become? What's the function of the potato?
Thank you. These are going to become the fries. We're going to cut them up. You don't have to peel them if you don't want to. It's kind of like you would with regular French fries. I like peeling them because you get a bit nicer crunch on the outside. We're going to peel them and we're going to cut them julienne style or as thick as you want. You can also cube them up if you want to just make yourself a nice little sweet potatoes baked salad on the side. It's whatever side you want to do. But we're going to peel some potatoes, make them to fries, and get started with that.
All right. So everybody start peeling your sweet potatoes. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute or put them in chat.
I think I have the good peeler, so let me know.
You're good. You're good.
I'm just going fast here. I'll give you mine when I'm done.
A lot.
Nice.
It's like a can opener. It's like it's either good or it's bad.
Yeah.
Peeler right here is good.
Yeah, there's some really good peelers.
I opened my can of beans early because I was afraid of the can opener. I just knew it was not going to cooperate. It didn't. It would have been embarrassing watching me work that can opener. Okay. So potatoes are getting peeled.
Yep. And then we're going to work on cutting them while we wait for the 3 minutes to be up.
Got my compost bucket here.
Perfect.
Nice.
Use that. We're gonna cut a particular way, but they could probably make their fries look
Yeah.
however they like their
You can make your
fries.
fries however you want. If you don't want to make them into fries and you want to just, again,
Cube.
cube them up, toss a bit of the extra corn we're going to have, some seasonings, I can walk through the process as well. I think fries and burgers are like the classic combo.
Classic.
Sure.
I will judge a burger joint on its fries more than I will the burger.
Aha. Okay, I want to see how you're gonna make your fries.
So Autumn said, LOL, I started yesterday with dry beans instead of canned. I hope they work comparably. Yeah, if you prepped them yesterday, they should be fine, Autumn.
If they've boiled and you've cooked them a little bit, they should be fine. Or even if you were to boil them now, I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Just talking you through, your strategy was to cut the potato in half.
Yeah, I cut it in half so then I can get nice little.
Because I make fries and I think I cut the potato differently every single time.
Yeah.
Because I'm never sure how I want to go about it.
So ideally, you want to get like nice little wedges.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
You can thicken them up. For example, like this one's like mighty thick. There we go. So cut that one in half to make sure they're all the same size so they cook evenly.
Yeah.
I laid the potato flat, the flat side down, and now you're just kind of.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So now I'm just kind of like trying to make sure that they're all the same size.
And our timer just went off. So if you have a friend in your kitchen, they can check on the black beans.
Yes. Or
and
you can.
corn.
So we're gonna add 2 more minutes to that. We're
2
treading
more
along.
minutes, which I will once again forget, and then it will freak me out when it starts going.
Yeah, no, that verified me.
Okay.
I told you, time does not exist in my head.
Okay. This
Oh, and I forgot. There's our cameraman, Alan. So sorry, Alan. I forgot to introduce you at the beginning.
yeah, I couldn't do it without Alan.
No. And Micah asked, are the potatoes just go fries for fries? Oh, yeah, Micah. The potatoes were just slicing into fries. Good question. Everybody's looking busy in their kitchens. I like that.
Yeah, this takes some concentration, at least on my part.
Yes.
Super hyper focused.
Now watch those fingers, y'all.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I always forget. I forget that I don't follow proper knife etiquette. You're supposed to like do the curling.
Oh yeah, curled
Yeah,
fingers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gina, Mona was asking, how do you want the onions cut?
So the onions, we're gonna cut. One of them is gonna be like small squares, like half of it, and the other one's gonna be rings if you like onions on your burger, which I do. So
Okay, so one will be on the burger. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a.
So about half for the burger, half for something else.
yep.
All right. And Micah said, if we're not having fries, we don't need the potatoes. Correct. Unless you just want to like cube them up and,
Yeah, make a nice little like sweet potato salad on the side.
but yeah, you don't have to, Micah. You know how to make it your own. We know you know how.
I do. That was too
Great.
long. You want me to cut it in half?
You can get them in half, yeah.
Make them look the way I want my fries to look.
All fries are created equal because they're all they taste good. I've never had a bad fry in my life.
You've never had a bad fry?
Never had a bad fry.
Wow. Okay.
I live a very blessed life, apparently.
All right. Want me to check on these?
Yeah, I think
Our 2-minute timer went off. I'll let you do it.
How are those beans?
they will need, I think, 2 more minutes. So right now we're just kind of playing it 2 minutes by 2 minutes because we don't want to. The
And
first
so,
time
Gene, how do others know if their beans and corn are ready?
Question.
Okay, so when you open up from the oven, you want them to not be glossy. You want a very matte finish on the beans. So kind of open them up, move them around, and if you see that gloss, kind of scooch them so the glossy sides are up, and they'll start drying out a little bit. So once everything is matte, they're good to go.
So it makes
Right on,
sense.
thank
to
you.
flip around a little
Yeah,
bit.
move them around a little bit in the oven. All right, so I'm on that.
So right now we just have a bowl of fries here.
We got a
Well,
bowl of fries.
they're not fries yet. but they will be.
They could be.
They could be,
If you're into it.
depending on your preference. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you like them raw, go for it.
So we're gonna cut half an onion, one whole onion
Yeah.
between both of us. We're gonna cut an onion and we're gonna start cubing this onion up, and then we're gonna be cooking this onion to start kind of creating the sauce mixture that's gonna be incorporated over to the cheese and the beans. So
Ooh,
this is gonna help create the patty.
nice.
So
You're gonna cube it, kind of.
yeah, we're gonna cube
right?
it. Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing with my half too.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold
No,
on.
wait, doesn't Tim's need to be rings?
No, because we have this.
We have
second-
Oh, sorry. Don't mind
There's a
me.
backup onion.
Yeah. So try to make them into small little cubes as much as you can. Again, it's on preference on this one. If you like chunky bits of onion on your burger, that's on you. But it's whatever you're digging at the moment.
So you can chop it pretty small if you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would chop fairly small.
Cool.
Do you recommend small? I would too.
Yeah, because it'll cook up, it'll bring in nicer flavor, and it won't be like a jarring taste every other bite of like, oh, here's an onion.
So chopping it pretty small.
Also, if you were to use like the sweet potatoes as a small little salad, you can use some of this chopped up onion.
Oh, yeah.
How glossy it looks.
Make a little, to make a little kind of like side dish.
Excellent.
Looking fairly matte.
A little glossy. I can give it 2 more
Yeah.
minutes if you're okay with that.
Couple more minutes, okay. Everybody should probably check their beans, see how they're doing. Tim's gonna put them in for a couple more minutes.
Figure matte isn't the best way to describe beans.
But they shouldn't look too wet.
They shouldn't look too wet, yeah, because beans have a natural shine to them.
Did anybody get cucumbers from the library fridge for tonight? Awesome, good job.
Oh, nice.
And those are probably the same they're using at the co-op. Are you guys using Valley Flora cucumbers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have the mini ones here that we're using. I don't think we got mini ones for the fridge.
No, but we had the good normal ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
used them from my garden.
Awesome.
Even better.
So I am using
That time
cucumbers
of year.
of pickles. If you like pickles, you can substitute. I'm not a fan of pickles, but I understand you need the crunch in a burger to really make it a burger.
Yeah.
So I always try to get a cucumber, which is
Oh, Mona said there weren't any cucumbers left when she went. Sorry, Mona.
always like
Our
Arm wrestling.
fridge stuff goes really quick.
they're like, we can't add a cucumber in there. Like, okay.
All right. Gene has a better cutting technique. He's done. He's waiting on me.
It's all good.
Okay.
While we are waiting
Tim,
for
I'd
beans,
probably only be half that far.
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and start heating up the pan. We're gonna put a little bit of oil and kind of move it around so it coats the whole thing.
What are we thinking, Gene? Low heat, medium heat?
Medium heat.
Okay.
Thank you. I forget that I have to state what I'm doing.
That's all right. That's why I'm here.
I'm not just here to watch you cook. All right. So a full onion, all cubed, diced up, is in this bowl. Olive oil is heating up in the pan. And I think our beans and corn is ready to come out of the oven. Okay, great. So if you haven't yet, your beans might be about ready to come on out.
Check those beans.
Yep.
Oh,
We're gonna matte
is all
like
that-
this.
Wait, one second, Gene. I think. Go ahead, Linda.
is all that is in the pan just the onions?
So right now we're putting just oil while it heats up. And then I stopped because the beans let me know that they were ready.
So nothing's in the pan yet. Just
Nothing in the
olive
pan
oil.
yet. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's coating it with some olive oil and putting on a medium heat.
Top one. Top. Yeah.
There you go.
So it should be looking fairly matte, nothing too shiny.
Oh yeah, that looks totally different.
And then we're gonna add, so it's gonna be in this order. We're gonna start with the onions, and then we're gonna be adding the carrots, not the carrots. Sorry, a little orange. We're gonna add onions, then the corn, and then the Chipotle sauce and the seasoning, so the corn like brightens up in color also a little bit more before adding this all to the to the beans.
Okay, so can I add the onions in?
Yeah.
All right.
This already sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so just a second.
Cool. Everybody looks super busy in their kitchens, loving it.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
We thought our oil was heating up, but it wasn't. So we're
Oh,
back in there. Everyone can like get themselves on the same page. The oil's heating up.
You got time to chat about, I don't know.
You know what I want to chat about?
Yeah.
You have a spice club you run at the Coos Bay
Oh,
Library.
yeah.
oh yeah.
About the spice club at the
So-
library?
The first Monday of every month, I'm gonna put out a spice, and as soon as it's out, it's out. It's one of those, come as you serve, get some stuff.
So you put some spices out every
Yeah.
Monday. It's just on the front desk or something?
Yeah, it's out over circulation. So you're able to just pop in, grab a thing, grab a bag that's gonna have a spice, a little advert about A to Z World Foods, and a booklet that has a bunch of recipes using that spice. We're trying to kind of travel through areas, so flavors are kind of collected similar right now. This upcoming month, September, is going to be Korea. We're going to use gochugaru, which you're also making a gochujang paste with it, because a lot of recipes don't ask for gochugaru itself, but they ask for the paste.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to give people paste in a way that's not going to smell bad after the week. So,
Yeah. Cool.
yeah.
So they get the spices, they get some recipes, and they learn
Yeah.
how to make some new stuff.
Try some. So I try to find recipes that are levels of difficulty. So if you don't know how to cook a whole lot, you can still try one of the recipes out. If you do know how to cook, you want something more complex. And then also ranging from traditional recipes to not traditional recipes. For example, this previous
Can I
one,
dump this in?
this previous one we had Japanese 7 spice, and there was a mac and cheese recipe for it.
Katie
Oh,
said
cool.
she grabbed the Japanese spice and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
citrusy with the orange peel and spicy, which is honestly fantastic.
And I just put a link in for our A to Z World Food Database with recipes around the world. It's free to use with your library card.
Yeah, and also you find a lot of great recipes with that one by itself. Like I think first week I was working in the library, I did a dive on that and just looked at Peru and see like, all right, well, what do you actually have that I know? And it was a good collection of food.
Nice.
I've
Okay.
analyzed the Argentine section quite extensively myself.
So we just put our onions in. How long do you expect? What are we looking for? Is
So
it-
we're looking for them to kind of like clear out a little bit.
Yep.
And cook and reduce a little bit. Once they cook and reduce, we're gonna add the corn. It can take a lot
So it's
of
gonna
time.
become a little translucent.
Translucent.
Right? The onions.
I like a bit of char on onions, but that is a personal taste of how much you want to cook it. So while that goes, what we can do is start working on.
So what's the next thing, just out of curiosity, that we're going to put in here?
So the next thing we're going to be adding is going to be the corn.
Okay.
After the corn is like it kind of cooks through a little bit, adds a little bit more color. We're going to be adding it over to a bowl with the beans. The beans will not touch the skillet until it's done.
Got it. Okay. Beans might be in a bowl.
Yeah.
The corn might be in a bowl, but we're gonna add the corn into the skillet
Yeah.
in just a second. Okay.
So what we're going to do now is actually add the beans to the bowl.
So if you get to a place where you feel like your onions are cooked to your liking, you can add the corn into it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Give it a bit more color. You can cook them separately if you want, but I don't really have to. It is optional.
Easier to use the same pan.
Yeah.
Less dishes, less cleanup is always a good
That's
thing.
Like that.
I heard someone say that there's always two people in a relationship. There's the person who washes the dishes and the person who lets them soak.
No thanks.
One or the other. I have to admit, I let them soak sometimes.
In the sink?
Yeah,
Ah, I
too
hate
long.
that.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
you're letting them soak, but really you're just you're just putting off washing.
Yeah,
You're just growing bacteria in your sink.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, well, the onions are cooking. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and toss the sweet potatoes with a little bit of olive oil, and then we're gonna start putting them in the oven. We'll cook slowly.
Okay. So we have the sweet potatoes in a bowl.
Yep. So we're gonna toss them with a bit of oil.
Okay.
And a bit of salt.
Cool. I'll grab that in a second. So just
Everybody's looking real busy in their kitchens, but if you have any questions, feel free to unmute or throw them in chat.
what do you think? Like a tablespoon or less of olive
Yeah,
oil?
a tablespoon of salt. Again, it's a preference on this point also. How salty you want your fries. You can always salt them afterwards, since we're gonna be baking them instead of actually frying them. I would recommend adding salt beforehand. So that way the salt kind of absorbs some of the liquid out and cooks a little bit faster and more evenly.
Gina, Mona had a good question. Are we leaving the
Yeah.
oven at 350 for the sweet potatoes?
Yep, 350.
Okay.
True
Just
and true.
leave it at 350, Mona. We're gonna use the same
Why-
temperature.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we got salt. Cool.
So is it still just the onions in there, Gene?
Yeah, just the onions right now.
Okay.
But we were a little late, so maybe you're ahead of us.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Turns out turning on the oven is just as important as turning on the skillet. It's not the
The burner. Yeah.
Yeah.
burner.
But they're cooking now, so we're pretty close.
Awesome.
And Gene, so if they are ahead of us,
Yeah.
once the corn's in, how long will it cook at that point? would you
Just
say?
add the corn until the corn gets a little bit brighter in color.
The corn will get brighter in
And it
color.
starts kind of releasing some of its liquids.
Okay. Did you hear that, Paul?
Just not the last part.
So once the corn is in, you want it to brighten in color and start to release some of its moisture and liquids, and that's about as much as you want to cook it.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll just pop the sweet potatoes after they've been cut, salted, and oiled lightly over into the oven.
Okay.
And we'll let that roll for like 10, 15 minutes.
All right. I'm going to set a 15-minute timer, I think.
Cool.
For the potatoes, we're setting a timer for 15 minutes for our fries.
So if you guys are putting your sweet potato fries in right now, you can just go by the timer Tim's using.
So your onion should look, or probably already do, something similar to this top one.
Thank you, Alan.
Makes sense. So just
I
lightly
can't quite tell, Gene. Are they starting to get a little translucent?
yeah, so lightly translucent.
Okay.
So once they reach this point, we're going to go ahead and add the corn.
All right.
And this was like a can or a small bag of frozen
Yep.
corn. Yeah. Nice.
I'm just going to mix that in. All right, so over to the beans while this cooks over for a little bit, depending on where we're going. I don't want to move too quickly. How are we doing? Is everyone
How's everybody doing?
on board? On board?
I think
Awesome.
we're doing great. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
So we're gonna get some of the
Cumin?
cumin and the paprika.
Gina, Micah did want to know, what do we do once the corn's cooked?
So once the corn's cooked, just remove it from heats for a second, and then I'll get to that because I'm not there yet.
Okay.
But we would add the chipotle sauce into it.
But if Micah's corn's cooked, he should probably just take it off the heat for a moment.
Just take it off the heat for a moment because we're gonna just mix it. You don't need heat for the next part anyway.
Cool.
So
Thank
once it
you.
cooks, just remove from heats. And then we're gonna start adding the sauces over to this and create kind of the sauce mixture. Or we can also use, you can add the sauce mixture over to the beans and then incorporate how much corn and onion you want to add to this.
Oh,
Depending on how
okay.
much beans you have. So kind of like mix your ratios up a little bit.
Okay.
But we'll walk you through it. We're
Yeah.
about to.
We're almost there. We're
Right
finally
on.
catching up to everyone.
So the next thing going in this pan with the onions and the corn might be the cumin. Is that what's going to go in next?
No, it's gonna go in with the beans.
Oh, okay.
So we want the beans to get the full pack of flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and
I think he was about a tablespoon of cumin, right? Yeah. So we're adding a tablespoon's worth of cumin in with the beans right now. It's going in the bean bowl.
And I'll remind you, cumin is very strong of a flavor.
Mhm.
So kind of eyeball it and see how much you like of cumin into it. But it should be a heavy amount. I'm gonna add that in a
So
second.
the only thing in the bowl right now is the beans and the cumin.
Yep.
We're gonna mix that all up.
Nice.
And then we're gonna incorporate the paprika.
You say a teaspoon or a tablespoon of
We said a
cumin?
tablespoon of cumin.
Yeah.
What was that, you guys?
A tablespoon.
Tablespoon. Thank you.
Got it. Thank you.
And then also with paprika.
So also a tablespoon of paprika. So we've got
Alright.
tablespoon of cumin, tablespoon of paprika, all in a bowl, becoming best friends.
And just kind of mix it so they start looking like they're kind of like glossed over. Kind of like, what's that thing called?
It really looks like every individual bean has some coating
Yeah, there we go. There's
of
a thing that
seasoning, you know,
So you just want to have everything kind of mixed in with it.
everything mixed together.
All your
we're gonna
beans
go ahead
coated.
and Shred some cheese or waiting for everything to catch up.
Cool. So we did cheddar cheese.
But if you're making this vegan, you could probably use a vegan cheese alternative or something.
And just shred it into the mixture of beans.
Do you have an estimate of amount of cheese you would recommend?
Let's say for 1 can of beans, I'd use like a quarter cup.
Quarter cup of cheese.
About a quarter cup of cheese. All right.
That's getting shredded right into the bean bowl.
Because we're gonna add the heat from the onions and the carrots. It's gonna melt it and kind of bind everything together.
You mean the onions and the corn?
Why do you keep saying carrots?
I don't know. We gotta get you a carrot.
Yeah.
Get this man a carrot.
I don't think there are any carrots tonight, right?
No,
No.
there's no carrots like anywhere in sight except like over
When
there.
Gene says carrots, he means corn.
Yeah, just
All right, we've got the cheese, the spices, the beans, all in a bowl together.
And I believe this is done smelling.
And our corn and onions are about all cooked up together.
We're gonna turn that off.
So our heat is off.
Okay, so Gene's turn off the heat on the onions and corn because it's done.
We're gonna let it sit for a second. All right. So back to the bean bowl with the mixings.
Mhm.
We're gonna go ahead and mix the cheese around.
Right.
We're gonna add a little bit of oil to it, like let's get like 1.5 teaspoons.
Okay.
1.5 teaspoons of olive oil in with the beans, cheese. It's probably good to add some moisture into this, right? This bowl here.
And then we're gonna add the Chipotle peppers. You can choose to add the whole peppers if you want to, like the whole thing. You can blend it and make a larger sauce. I like using just the liquid that's with the sauce.
Just the sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
And Gene, that was 1 teaspoon and then half a teaspoon, right? Of the olive oil?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Well, Mona had asked. Thanks. Mona, yes, you want 1.5 teaspoons of the olive oil.
And then of the Chipotle sauce, you kind of want to use as much as the can give you or as much smoky heat as you want. It's not going to get overly spicy, but there is going to be a bit of like bold flavor added to it.
So we have this can of Chipotle peppers, right?
Yeah, the Chipotle
And we're
peppers.
just getting the sauce out of the can and adding it to our bean bowl.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we're not worrying about the peppers.
Yeah, the peppers aren't going to be in there. You can add the peppers if you want. I would recommend blending it with a little bit of olive oil to make it a nice cohesive sauce if you want a lot more of it. But I find that just the liquid by itself is good enough, and then you can just use the leftover it for other things, like cooking with rice, some like chicken, some broccoli, some veggies. Just toss it around with stuff.
Gene,
Yeah.
I know the Chipotle sauce is important for this. Joelle asked if I'm not using Chipotle sauce, do I need some other liquid? Doesn't she need some kind of binder?
Yeah. Let's see. You could use a bit more olive oil if you want to incorporate into it. Or
Yeah, I wonder if the olive oil and spices might kind of create a sauce.
they'll create a sauce by itself. Yeah.
And Mona had asked about it. Would egg work?
I wouldn't add egg because it will just overcook and then curdle.
Oh,
It-
okay.
rest
Don't
of
do
it.
egg.
If you're gonna use anything, just olive oil if you want. You can use.
What if you have other kinds of hot sauce at your disposal?
Oh man, these are good questions. All right.
And Joelle's probably making hers vegan.
Let's see. Other hot sauces.
But I mean, if you either way, the olive oil and the spices.
Olive oil by itself. If you want to add your other hot sauces with it too, I wouldn't. The more like popular hot sauce is Sriracha. I wouldn't add it to this because it will cook, and cooked Sriracha gets a little bitter as it cooks.
Autumn said wing sauce.
Yeah, you can use wing sauce.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
wing sauce works.
If you randomly have wing sauce, right?
Everyone should have wing sauce in their house at all times. You never know when you're gonna
Katie
be.
asked, what about ketchup?
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
I'm just wondering, would that change the flavor too much?
It'll make it sweeter. The sugar, the ketchup will caramelize as you cook the burger, so you'll get a nice crunchier burger. So it might be a positive, honestly.
It's a possibility. You could go
Yeah.
for it if you want to.
What about just like
Joelle said she'll go ahead and try more oil.
Tomato sauce, tomato paste, that works. If you,
tomato sauce, tomato
thank
paste?
you.
So tomato sauce or tomato paste
Yeah,
would be a good option.
Yeah,
too.
somebody asked about salsa.
salsa usually has a bit of acidity to it,
Oh, right.
so I wouldn't say salsa because when you cook something with a bit of acidity and it doesn't retain the same flavor you had previously.
Okay.
But you could use salsa afterwards and just put it on your burger. It's gonna be delicious.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That'd be good.
Okay, so we're mixing this all together in the
Yep.
bowl. So we're still mixing cheese and beans and
Yeah.
spices.
And we're gonna add a little bit of essentially you're gonna add the onions and the corn, got it right this time, slowly until it starts kind of mixing everything. If you put too much in, you're not gonna balance out the beans to the corn and onion.
Okay, so you're gonna gradually add your
Yep.
corn and onion, maybe like a half a cup at a time, or maybe a cup at a time.
I'd say half a cup at most of the time.
Okay,
And
and you're
just
gonna
kind of
mix
mix it,
gradually
see how it's
add-
looking. You don't want anything to you don't want it to be like just corn and onions only.
Right.
Right, right.
Give this an opportunity to mix together
Yeah.
properly. Yeah.
Start by mixing about half a cup of your corn and onions into the beans.
So as you can see right now, it's already kind of getting to this
It's getting sticky.
it's getting into a blob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're in cake territory right now. So just keep adding a little bit of it at a time. What I like, if you can, in the pan that you cooked it in, try to grab the stuff that's kind of really sticking to the bottom, because that's going to give it a really nice flavor.
So don't be
Okay.
afraid to scrape the
Don't be
bottom of
afraid to scrape it. That's where all the flavor lies.
Gene, how do people know when they've added enough of the corn and onion?
So essentially, when everything mixes in and you're seeing
equal parts. of
equal
everything?
parts of everything, where it's not too much of beans in one side, everything's kind of mixed into homogeneous,
Yeah.
a
kinda.
homogeneous blob, but an appetizing homogeneous blob.
So it's
You
probably
want
not,
the corn, onions, and black beans to be kind of an even mixture.
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
kind of like the chocolate chip cookies. You want the chocolate chips in the right
yeah.
yeah.
balance.
You've got the
Ratio.
words today.
But probably even kind of a personal preference thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you want equal parts of these.
You want
things.
equal parts. You want to start kind of clumping in together.
What
Because
if it's clumping?
What if what?
What if it's clumping?
What if it's clumping?
No, what if it's not clumping?
Oh, what if it's not clumping?
Probably
Well-
more moisture, right?
Yeah, add more moisture or more liquids to it, and don't be afraid to kind of smash it into it.
Okay.
This isn't the smash part of the smash burger part, but it's definitely a part of getting it into, because you want to start breaking everything down.
So you can break the beans apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it isn't, if it's still getting stained too dry after you're smashing it, olive oil. Add small drizzles of olive oil to start breaking everything up together. The heat from the onions and the corn should also help break everything down just a little bit more.
Okay. Is that helping, Cindy? Oh, cool. Got a
Good.
thumbs up
Good
there.
question.
Awesome.
Thank you, Cindy.
All great questions today.
Yes.
Yes.
So what do you think Gene, are we going to use our whole mixture of corn and onions here?
I don't think we are.
Okay.
So what I'm going to recommend you do with this one, if you have leftover corn and onions, what you could always do is save them, make yourself a nice little like breakfast with it. You could use it as a starter for like a bunch of soups. You can save this, get another can of beans and start the process, and you can save this for another second half.
Oh
A
yeah,
bit faster.
cool.
Cool. All right, so we're probably getting pretty close with this mixture, right?
Yeah, I think the mixture is right on. So I'm going to start clearing it out and cleaning the pan.
So we're going to use this pan again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this little, I want to not wash dishes.
So yeah, if you're not using all the onions and corn, you can put that into a bowl or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we're
You
going to
can-
reuse the pan.
You can use it as a little side again if you're making a little side thing. If you have a bit left over the sweet potatoes, you can make yourself a nice little kind of like chopped up, like cooked salad on the side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
You want to go to the, are we on the,
Over. Okay.
kind of show you what we're working with here.
There you go.
Yeah. So when I pick it up, it's all sticking to the spoon and things like that, which
Yeah.
is probably what we
The
want.
cookie dough analogy was, I think, the best one. And
It is.
It's looking pretty clumpy.
You could almost make like tiny black bean like fritters or something.
You
out of
could.
this.
Yeah, just fry
Or-
Yeah.
Fry 'em up.
So do a quick check on your sweet potato fries. Every so often, kind of shake them up so they're not sticking together.
Nice job, Linda.
Suggested that you maybe move around your sweet potato fries a little bit. If you haven't checked on those yet, you might just want to turn them over, shift them around a little bit.
Did the timer go off, Tim?
It is going to in about 30 seconds.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So check on, I can see ours are starting to brown up a little bit on one side, but we flipped them over so that the other side can get some love too.
If it's looking a bit too dry, add some more olive oil to it.
To the fries?
Yeah, to the fries. If it's looking a bit too dry, add some more olive oil to it.
But
And then-
everybody should probably flip them around so the other side gets brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And Micah wants to know, oh, hold on, lost it. Will the spice level change once the patty is cooked? Ooh, good question.
That's a good question.
You might need to try it now and try it afterwards and
Yeah,
be the judge, but
Let us know, Micah.
So I think the spice level should stay the same because Chipotle doesn't heat up more since it's
Okay.
already cooked and already smoked.
Yeah.
So before I start making the patties, we're going to go ahead and prep everything we need for the burger.
okay.
So that's going to be
Slicing some cheese
slicing
if you
some
want
cheese,
it.
if you want some sliced cheese. Cheese on cheese?
I love cheese. So we have some cucumbers here. Can I start chopping those up?
Yeah, so we're going to cut them. Do you mind
Like
if I show you the first
pickles,
one?
kind of, right? Or-
Yeah, so I'll show you the first. No, I believe and trust in you.
Yeah, no.
So we're going to diagonally grab them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Diagonal and lengthy cut.
Got it.
Yeah.
So we cut our cucumbers that we're using, or pickle if you have it at a diagonal. Maybe you just have a jar of pickles that you're going to use. That
Yeah.
works too. Cut them however you like
You
them.
can cut them circular, but I enjoy the surface area you get when you cut them diagonally.
Sure.
You get
That's-
more cucumber for your bite.
I was gonna say it looks like you get more of a slice there.
Yeah.
What about, do you think we can start heating this pan up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
I'm going to add, while we get the cheese
We're
cut up.
gonna toast the buns first. No, we can toast the buns after.
Tim, is this a new pan or the same pan?
Same
Same
pan.
pan. So a cool thing about cooking stuff with onion is it helps make pans a bit less sticky, is what I've learned.
So is there anything in the pan besides oil? Oh, no, just the oil. Okay. And I want to remind folks to please send me pictures of your completed meals. You all have my email in your Zoom confirmation. And Micah wants to know, how are we cooking our patties?
So they're going to go in the skillet, right?
Yep, they're gonna go in the skillet.
With some olive oil. So that's why we're heating the pan up with some olive oil. We're going to put the patties in there in the olive oil. Cook them up
Yeah,
that
so
way.
get your pan ready, Micah.
And then I like onion rings in my burger. You can also cut them into little strips. It's up to you how you like your burger.
Whatever your
Don't
preference
like any
is.
onion
If you
on
don't like
your
onions, yeah. You like onion in your burger?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was a something
No,
like
no, no.
I hate onions. Thanks, Gene.
Or maybe you hate them. No, I like it.
So I like to cut my onions fairly thin when it comes to burgers. I don't want a strong onion flavor, but I just want a subtle,
Sure.
just kind of lingering around.
Micah has hand up. Go ahead, Micah.
Okay, so with the spice level of the burger, with the spice level of the burger, do you guys think it's a good idea to add these?
Pickle chips.
They're like really spicy pickle
So
chips.
it's gonna be different spices. The Chipotle is gonna be a smoky spice. It's not gonna be a burning spice. It's gonna be smokier. So those chips, from my understanding, are gonna be a bit spicier, like in like tip of the tongue.
Right.
I would recommend them. They'll actually taste really good. You'd have a like playing field of spice in your mouth right now.
Nice.
So good call.
You surprised me. I thought you were going to say no, but
But
yeah.
Micah, warn your family members that you're adding those pickles.
I kind of want some revenge on my sister, so this should be interesting.
Oh. Be nice, Micah.
Okay, so olive oil is heated in the pan. Perfect. Can I start making patties?
Yeah, start making patties. So we're
Okay.
gonna make them into like a nice little round ball, kind of the size of your hand.
Okay, so first step is ball them up.
Ball them up, yeah.
Cool.
And make sure that they're kind of sticky properly.
Yeah, they're sticky for sure.
So while Gene's slicing onions for the burgers, Tim's starting to ball up the patties.
Okay, so it's a ball.
Yep.
Can I just put it right in the
So
pan, or should I
we're gonna smash it down your hand a
hence
little
the
bit
name?
so it gets a little pre-smashed.
Yep.
And now we're gonna add it to the pan.
Cool.
And then we're gonna smash it down just a little bit so you hear that nice little sizzle.
Nice.
Okay, so
Hold
Cheryl
that.
has some good questions here, Gene. She
Yeah.
says, we add half the onion / corn mix to burgers, mash in.
Yeah. So you're gonna make a ball and then you're gonna press it down your hand to make the patty shape. Once you have the patty shape, then you're gonna add it to the pan. Once it's in the pan, you're gonna press it down lightly so it starts building a crust around it instead of curling up.
And then she said, what do we do with the rest? And she also asked, pickles on top or in burger?
On top.
On top, if you like pickles.
And the onions he was slicing is also to add on top, just
Yeah,
now.
The onions are, this is just to go on top of the burger. Because you want to ideally eat the burger while it's a little bit warm instead of cutting stuff up while it's cooking down.
Sure. Does that answer your questions, Cheryl? I can't see you and you're muted.
But yeah, we're just taking our bean, onion, corn, all that kind of thing, mixture, and that's our patties. That's becoming the ball, and then eventually the patty too.
And it also looks like I lied. You're definitely going to make more than 4 burgers of this.
Cool.
So yeah, we're gonna get. I
Yeah.
don't know if you want to get in here. I can also just be the one with
No, you're
filthy
doing it.
hands.
I
Here.
don't, not forced to be the one doing that, but
No, I'm happy to
if
do it.
you're enjoying it, I'm not going to take that away from you.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
A question for you, Gene.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried like one for the smash part, like a little bit of oil or a little bit of water to keep it from sticking so much to your
So
hand?
Cheryl, what do you mean by add all in?
I should. I just embrace the mess.
You just embrace the
I just
mess.
embrace the full
Okay.
mess.
Just clean my hands and start again.
Yeah.
Cheryl, can you
So-
unmute? Cheryl said add all in, but I'm not sure what she was referring to.
So you want to take it slow with the patties that you're adding all in. If that's what she's talking about, the cucumbers, the recently sliced onions, the cheese, that's for your toppings. Right now, we're just adding the burgers in, letting them cook.
And the rest of the corn and onion, you're just setting aside to use later, right? Or
Yeah, that's extra because,
Extra for you to do what you wish with.
yeah, make some more burgers on the road. If you want to have a nice little salad with this, because we have some lettuce. If you don't use up all the lettuce, you can chop it up, make a nice little like secondary side dish.
throw
You've
your
got,
corn and onion
you've got
leftovers on there.
yeah,
These are looking good.
Good questions, Cheryl. Thanks.
real trick is to see if I can.
you want me to check on the potatoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now's a good time to always check on the sweet potatoes and see how they're doing.
Yeah, everybody check on your fries, see how they're doing.
A little more time on the fries, but I'll move them around a little bit.
All right. So you're flipping them now, Gene?
Yeah, flip them very carefully and slowly because I'm terrified of them. You don't have to do it like I did. You can have confidence in what you're doing.
You don't want to break them, right?
No, you want to be real careful with them. They'll release when they're ready.
Okay.
So just kind of like move your spatula around it, plop it back down, and let it cook. I recommend cooking medium to medium low, lowering the temperature a little bit because everything's already partially cooked. We're kind of just building that nice crust. If it does break, like it just happened to me, just reattach it quickly and just let it sit there for a second. And it'll start like mixing with each other.
Okay. Good to know.
And then I've made things like this before where it all breaks apart, it all falls apart, but it still tastes delicious.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. Definitely.
This is definitely a play around with recipe. You can try to figure out what works best. Maybe some beans, more beans next time is what I'm seeing. But that's on me.
I'm gonna do, if it's okay with you, maybe I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit on the potatoes, just because ours were sliced pretty thick. They might take a little longer.
You can also put them to broil if you want a nice little char on top.
So if your potatoes are like Gene and Tim's, you might want to turn your oven a little bit or try broiling them a little bit. If you use broil, watch those fries.
Yeah. So I'm gonna set a new timer for myself here. I'm always terrified of the broil because whenever I do it, inevitably I forget.
Yeah. When I broil things, I have to stand right in front of the oven or they get burned.
Yeah. Just 10 minutes pass and all of a sudden I'm running to the oven.
Absolutely. So I told you the thing last time. Everything is like a little torch because I can get the effect of a broil without having to like worry that it's going to catch on fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, ours are staying together pretty good. I jinxed this last one here. Oh yeah.
The art of black bean smash burgers.
Yeah.
So if you ever, like, for example, if you want to make this easier on the flipping and like making the burger, something I recommend is freezing it. You can make the patties in advance, put parchment paper underneath and on top, and then freeze them up kind of like you would like regular hamburgers.
Oh
And
yeah.
have them ready to go when you're ready to cook. Just pop, 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 plop them in. They'll cook and easier to flip because everything's going to be a little bit more.
Right, it's almost like meal prepping. You have all these patties ready to go, and then throughout the week you can just pull them out.
Yeah. What I would say is
lunch.
less liquid in it since you're going to freeze them. They're going to get more liquid in them. So just avoid putting as much liquid in them. Have them dry. Yeah.
So if you're gonna freeze them, you might use a little less oil. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just a little bit less.
Yeah. Okay.
Not like a drastic change, but just try to keep it on the drier side. All right.
Cool.
So
Nancy
now,
was wondering if these burgers could be cooked in the oven.
yeah, they also can be.
It just
If
takes longer, right?
Yeah, and I think it looks less cool if I'm just standing here like, put everything in the oven.
But the oven will be great. Yeah, you could totally bake
We'll
them.
see y'all later.
We're going to hang out here for 30 minutes while it cooks.
Who's got a good Coke to tell?
All right, so now what you can do is start forming the burgers up. So I'll take a request. Do you like mayo?
Sure.
Okay, do you like mayo?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. So I do a bit of mayo at the bottom.
So you put the mayonnaise on the bread.
I feel like I'm at a kitchen now. Kitchen. Mustard.
Yes,
Mustard, yes.
definitely.
You get a full experience.
Is there anything you hate on your burger, Gene?
Pickles.
Pickles.
Every time.
Pickles.
I have a
I love
strong
pickles.
tomato rule also. Like if a tomato falls off a burger, it's done.
You're not picking it back
I'm not
up.
picking it back up unless it's
All right, Micah. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your burgers.
Yeah. Enjoy, Micah.
So then
And Gene, do you know if there's any more spices left this month?
For this month, I think we have like a few bags left. We're almost full out.
Well, Jennifer, I think we have a few left. So you want to see us at 10 o'clock tomorrow if you want to get one when we open.
All right. So these burgers are good.
So we're getting our burgers out of the pan.
How's it smelling in there, Tim?
It's smelling good.
I
It's sounding good.
Mm.
Pressure's on, Gene.
I know. Second part over here.
Nice.
We're gonna add cucumbers.
Nice.
Heat.
Yes, please. Yes. This is the sriracha.
This is the
A little
sriracha.
bit of sriracha.
Just a tad for taste, huh?
Or more if you guys want. It's
Yeah, it's up to you.
It's personal. Oh, didn't ask onions.
Yeah.
Cool. It's too late because I already had them.
Gene special. You do.
Yum. Was that your fry alarm, Tim?
Yeah.
We got metric going on in the background.
Now a little lettuce on top.
A little bit of lettuce.
Oh, yes, please. Perfect.
Nice. How's everybody doing in their kitchens? Awesome.
Fries.
Nice.
Like everybody's
What y'all said is just the fries.
Yeah.
right along.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna-
usually pass on the tomato on my burgers. That's the only thing I usually pass on.
I think tomato is like, it's a hit and miss. It's either going to be amazing if you get a really nice tomato in there. It's nice and
Or it's going to be
cold.
slimy.
Yeah, it's just slime. The issue with tomatoes is if you add it while the burger and everything's too hot, it cooks a little bit too
Ah.
much.
Nancy said it looks great. And now we are too hungry to keep watching. Thanks for all the great effort.
That
Thanks,
sounds
Nancy.
fair. Good. Thanks.
I know.
Bye.
I'm just glad I'm not there smelling it or I'd be dying right now.
We'll save you one, Paul.
Yeah, we'll drive it over to you, man.
Oh, you guys are all right. Enjoy it. Yes, Jennifer, please email me photos. Oh, you don't need my business card. You have my email and your Zoom confirmation. I'll put it in chat too. I'll send this to everybody though.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
that's-
just toss a bit more. Oh, hold on.
There's my email if anybody needs it to send me photos of their completed meals. We love to see your guys' finished work.
We might get 6 or 8 patties out of this.
Yeah, we can get a fair amount. We're gonna start a whole little business over here.
I'm going to guess 6.
Yeah. I'm gonna swap you.
Okay.
Nice.
Fries. Do you need to check the fries?
Yes.
Yeah. They haven't been broiling. I just turned it up. I just put it on
Oh,
broil.
yeah.
Don't forget to check your fries, everybody.
We're at the home stretch right now.
Stacy said, looks yummy. I'll take a photo. Thanks, Stacy.
Have a good night. Enjoy.
Yes. Yeah, if you guys need to go enjoy your meals, please do. But if you're not done, we're not leaving until you're done because we have a no cook left behind philosophy here at Community Cooking.
At this time, we're the cooks left behind, so it's like
Yeah, we might be the last ones tonight. Katie
So-
said, thank you so much. This was so fun. See you next time. Thanks, Katie. We'll look
Thank
forward
you.
to it.
Bye, everyone.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Jean.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no problem.
Linda.
Good to
Love
see you.
Thanks for your awesome recipes as well.
And I will take pictures.
Thank you, Linda. Send them on over.
Bye. Bye. Let's see if I get out of here now.
You guys enjoy. Cindy asked if it does not stick together, should I have added less corn?
Maybe, but what's your mixture looking like? No, that's good. They're sticking up together. Maybe a little bit less corn, or you can add a little bit more beans if you have any extra beans, or a bit more Chipotle sauce to kind of make it more of a kind of paste.
Mm.
Jean, would it help if I added like a piece of cheese over the top?
Yeah, the cheese will help keep it together. So we use the cheese with the shredded cheese as a binder originally.
Mm-hmm. I did that.
I always add more cheese if it's not sticking together. The cheese is also going to give it the nice crunchy kind of like traditional like smash burger like texture. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
She could probably just put a thin slice on top to kind of hold it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if it crumbles apart, just treat it like a sloppy joe.
Yep.
Oh,
Enjoy
man.
it all the same.
I've never had a sloppy joe.
Never had a sloppy Joe?
No, I know of it, and it looks great.
It's an interesting thing. Cheryl asked, are the sriracha and mustard optional toppings? And
Yeah.
are we making a salad and salad dressing?
No, you could make a salad dressing with this.
Jean was just saying if you add extra lettuce and corn and onion mixture, you could make a little salad to go with it, but you don't have to.
You can decide if you don't just want the sweet potatoes.
And yes, if you don't want sriracha and mustard on your burgers, you don't have to use it. He put mayo, mustard, and a couple drops of sriracha on there.
Yeah, these are the toppings that you want. If there's anything else you like on a burger, just add it. Go ahead.
Do it.
Like one of my favorite things to add on, especially like veggie burgers, is like a slice of bacon, or like something to like it throws people off.
Yeah.
There was a burger joint that they knew was my order because like, oh, the vegetarian burger with a slice of bacon. We know you did. I'm like, thanks, man.
And I did sample a slider of this Jean made with a little piece of bacon. It was amazing if you do like bacon. But you could probably use some kind of vegan bacon alternative or a
Whatever you want.
bacon or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheryl said, okay, didn't know what ingredients for what. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the question, Cheryl. Because I'm sure you're not alone. Joel said sloppy joes for us, but it looks really tasty. Thanks. Thanks, Joel.
Thanks,
Great.
Joel.
Great to see you again. Oh, Cindy said that helped a lot. Awesome. Glad. Laura said, thank you. I love the one pan recipes. Thanks for joining us again, Laura. Good to see you.
Stalin.
Hey, Emily. How's everybody doing? Anybody have any questions? No? Okay.
Flipping very carefully over here as well.
Yeah, I think some people are starting to drop off to go eat.
Yeah. For them, yeah.
Yeah, if you're done, please eat.
As soon as you
Suzanne
can.
said, thanks you guys very much. It looks delicious. Thanks, Suzanne. Bye, Emily and Suzanne. Enjoy. What's Autumn say? Autumn said, vegetarian snobby joes that anyone can Google is boss. Who knew the sauce would have mustard and maple syrup? That sounds interesting.
Sorry about that, the fries, but
Oh no, they're good. I love the chars, dude.
Patricia said, thank you so much. Oh yeah, how are the fries doing?
Or the char.
they look great.
Yeah. Like with this one, when it did it at home, I charred the cheese over it.
Yeah.
So you get like the nice.
I didn't set a timer, and I think if we had left those fries for even 2 more minutes, it would have been a problem. But we
on
rescued
it.
them just in time.
Sometimes it's cooking. It's just forgetting about something and then it cooks perfectly and you're like, oh, great.
Oh, good job, Mona. Mona said hers aren't cooked. She put them in the air fryer.
Yeah, that's always good.
There you go.
There you go.
Air fryers are really good for helping prep stuff and cooking stuff in a fly.
Oh, missed that. Thanks, Crystal. You have a good night too.
These buns look good, don't they?
Yeah, the buns are amazing. Like these
Bye,
are.
Mary. Thanks for joining us.
Some more plates. Go grab one more plate. Just
Yeah.
patties there.
Did you guys plate with the fries yet?
Yes, or they are gonna be plated. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
being plated.
Okay. We're gonna want to see that.
You want to carefully hold that one up.
Very
I'll
careful.
switch.
Cheryl said, okay, thanks, Cheryl. All right, Cindy, enjoy. Oh, wait, let me get on speaker mode there. Okay, nice work. Excellent. That looks yummy.
Gene, that was really quick. Put your burger up there again.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second.
Back up.
I can't see that.
Hold on.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
There we go.
There we go. Much better. There you go.
What's that photo?
I mean, it's
That's somebody eating it now?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
was
Email me those. Crystal said, I put my burgers in the oven to see if they'd firm up a bit. I tried using vegan cheese, so it might have just been a bit too moist. Tasty, though. All right. Thanks for the feedback, Crystal. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Flavors are.
These can come off.
Yep.
Autumn, how are you just doing?
So,
Like this.
doing some dishes. I put everything in the oven.
Wait. Hold on, you guys. What was that, Autumn?
I said, all my stuff is just in the oven. I'm the one that's like, all right, well, I'll just do the dishes and listen to all y'all talk because it's kind of fun. It's better than the Food Network because, like, we're all lost.
Yeah, right.
But we can see mine if you want.
Yes, let's see it. Thank you.
So,
Oh, wait. Shoot, I gotta
can
mute
we
somebody.
see it?
Wait, show us again, Autumn. And say
Yeah.
something so you come on the speaker. There we go.
Anyway,
Show us
I
again.
don't know if we could see it. Hold on.
Thanks.
Is this where you like?
Oh,
the
nice.
All right, so there's the fries. And
Oh,
then
that
the-
looks good.
I didn't go with the cheese because I don't like cheese and I don't even care how vegetarian the cheese is. I don't like it. So we'll see what it looks like if it doesn't have that. And then I didn't understand about keeping the corn separate from the beans because it was all in the oven and it was a little moist. So I stirred it up and then they were like, no, we're going to use all that corn. And I was like, oh, okay. Good thing I basically soaked 2 cans of beans and had them crock pot all day. So I used a little bit more of that, but it was just funny. And they're not quite ready yet, but y'all don't have to wait on mine. We'll take a picture of it when
Got here.
Okay,
done.
sweet. Thank you, Autumn.
Yeah.
Awesome. Jennifer, how you guys doing?
My picky teenager actually ate it.
Nice.
Let's try.
Yeah.
Must be good then, right?
Yeah, he liked it. We haven't eaten yet. We're still cooking.
Okay.
Corinne, go ahead. Want to try?
And Autumn, Cheryl said she did the same thing with the corn, so don't feel bad.
I'm gonna save half of this for later.
Thumbs up. It's good.
What do you think, Tim?
Delicious. A lot of flavor.
No.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Not your average black bean burger, is it?
No, it's not at all.
Awesome.
I actually hate it when I get a black bean burger and all I taste is like the condiments on top of it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even taste the patty really.
That's the issue.
Right.
Remember this? I went to a restaurant, I got a black bean burger, and I was like, everything tastes like it should be good. But the patty was just like,
Yeah.
so I went
Well,
home
with
and like,
these, I feel like you can taste all the flavors that went in there. You know, it's like a smorgasbord in your mouth.
perfect level of spice too.
I'm not sure who JN is. How are you doing? Are you cooking along, JN? Mona's with Jennifer. Cheryl, how's yours doing? Did you finish your fries and patties?
How was it?
Yeah, that's good. I like
Being quiet over at the co-op, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming they're good.
Yeah, we're eating over
Yeah.
Please do. I think.
Seriously, do you want one, Paul? I'll put one aside for you.
Yeah.
If you have a leftover, yeah, I'll eat it tomorrow. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. Okay, Cheryl said fries done, burgers taking a while. Enjoy. Okay, so you're good, Cheryl? Oh, who's showing us picture?
Jennifer.
Jennifer,
Oh, Jennifer, nice.
looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yummy. Cool.
I'm not a fan of bread, so
What's that?
I'm not a big fan of bread.
Oh, that's smart. Oh, yeah, you can make like a wrap with the tomatoes in
I
there.
didn't even, like, yeah, I put the garden tomato on it and our lettuce from the
Cool.
garden.
Yep. No, we're all about making it your own here.
Love it.
Yes, definitely.
I'm glad
Did your fries finish, Jennifer?
This is my
Still
favorite.
cooking? You could probably put on broil, but you just want to watch it. You're muted.
Yeah, I know. They're in the air fryer. Well, because we have the laptop and the phone,
Oh, okay. Right.
right? Because we're two families together and the kids are like in different places.
Right on.
Well, are they done? She said they're done.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Charlotte two
If everybody's good, I think we're going to sign off. You good, Autumn? Cool. Awesome. Enjoy. Mona, Jennifer, you guys enjoy your